Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm James and this is No Topic. So for today's video I'm going to be doing a tier list for the Star Wars films, and eventually I will do like an overall Star Wars one when the Bad Batch is finished, so I can do Clone Wars, Rebels, the Bad Batch and then Mandalorian with it. So then that's all Star Wars media pretty much minus the books. So that'll be later on down the line. I'll also be doing a MCU one including the Disney Plus shows. I'll be seeing Black Widow this Saturday, and then Loki finishes next Wednesday. So once Loki is finished, so we're all caught up with new MCU content, I'll be doing a tier list for that. But for today's video, it's just the Star Wars films, so let's get into it. So the first one, I don't know why it's laid out like this, is Attack of the Clones. I am personally a big fan of the prequels. The prequel trilogy is my favourite out of the three. So I think of the prequels more higher up than most people. Now, I think Attack of the Clones, Star Wars Episode 2, is a really good film. I think the only thing that lets it down, and I think the only reason a lot of people don't like it, is because of the dialogue between characters is, what we say, poorly written. So yeah, I think that's the only thing that lets those prequel trilogies down, but the world building, some of the characters, the storytelling is just incredible. Especially the Clone Wars is my favourite show of all time, and my favourite era sort of thing. So Attack of the Clones will go in A for me, but obviously when I've put them all in, we'll see what I tweak around and stuff. Empire Strikes Back. Now, out of the original trilogy, I think this is the best one, and I know that is a common agreement between a lot of Star Wars fans. They believe Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars film, and because of that, I would also say it's an A tier. A lot of people say S, but like I said, I'll come around to tweak it towards the end maybe. The Force Awakens. Now, I hate to be that guy, but like a lot of people, I don't like the sequel trilogy. I'm not as big of a hater as some people. I just think it was wasted potential, and they wasted a lot of opportunities for characters with Finn. Rey just was such a boring character to me. I really don't like her. Kylo Ren was kind of wasted, so I will put it in C. I will say The Force Awakens is the best out of the three. This is crap. I'm not even gonna. I don't know what. Episode 8, I know a lot of people, it's their favourite because of how different it was. But personally, it just didn't do anything for me. I didn't like how Luke was in this film. I don't know, they just sort of, again, wasted stuff and storylines, and I just think it obviously changed because J.J. Abrams did The Force Awakens, and then Rian Johnson took over for Episode 8, which then J.J. came back for Episode 9, so then Episode 9 felt like trying to fix Episode 8, I don't know, I think it was a whole mess. Plus I think later on it was confirmed the sequel trilogies had no plan, so that would probably explain why. Episode 4 is obviously the first Star Wars film ever made, and because of that, I feel like I'm gonna put it in B, just because it's not my favorite, and I really don't think it's the best, and I know it wouldn't be, being the first, but it's definitely a really good film, and obviously we should all, as Star Wars fans, be grateful for this film for starting this universe that we all love and know today, and obviously it's getting all these spin-offs that we love as well, just as much, like all the animated stuff. The Mandalorian, it's all thanks to that film. Episode 1, A tier, and I know a lot of people will find this film boring. I can understand that. The prequels, especially Episode 1, are a lot politics based, but I still personally enjoy it a lot. Qui-Gon Jinn is one of the coolest characters. I'm gonna stop saying cool. I realise I said cool a lot in my last video. Qui-Gon Jinn is a really amazing character. It's a shame he dies so early, but I read the Master and Apprentice book, which is set before Episode 1 with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, and that's a really good read. And yeah, Qui-Gon's an interesting character, and it's interesting to think how, if he survived, Anakin's fate would have been different. And obviously it introduced Darth Maul, who is one of the greatest characters of all time. His development throughout media, being being brought back in Clone Wars, being in Star Wars Rebels, Solo even, as the post-credit scene, was it? Or was it towards the end? It wasn't a post-credit scene, I'm thinking about Black Widow tomorrow, I'm getting excited. Return of the Jedi, I might move Attack of the Clones to S, and then Empire to S, Jedi to A. I will say I like Attack of the Clones a lot. Sorry for that cut there. There was some recording issues that just went wrong. Back to it. So yeah, Attack of the Clones I like a lot more than Episode 1. Although, yeah, and Empire is one of the greatest Star Wars films as well. I will recognise that. Return of the Jedi is also up there. That's why it's with my Episode 1 A. So yeah, Rogue One. Ooh, now that is a really good Star Wars film. If you haven't seen Rogue One, go watch it. It's a very good, like, well, I guess it's prequel to Episode 4, but it sort of literally goes straight into Episode 4. It's A or S. I'm thinking, I'll leave it in A, but it's a really solid film. Scarif's A Beautiful Planet, which is where the final sort of ending of the film takes place. So yeah, I mean, the characters were all really great, and obviously the big surprise at the end of the film. I was gonna say spoilers, but then again, the film's been out 3 or 4 years, so if you haven't seen it already, I don't know why. But yeah, they all die, which was quite a surprise, especially since they're all quite interesting characters. They're all quite different. So that is an A. Revenge of the Sith, straight to S. No question. The best Star Wars film ever made is Revenge of the Sith. Again, I know people will put it down to bad dialogue. I look past it. I don't know. I mean, I know Anakin's dialogue's cringy, but I think it's supposed to be. I mean, he's supposed to be like he's supposed to represent an awkward teen, you know, trying to flirt. And I know the "I don't like sand" line wouldn't be most people's idea of flirting, but I mean, he was a slave. You know, I guess he wouldn't have like grown up with proper people around him. Like, he would have been treated poorly. He doesn't know how to communicate with people properly, and it's just, I think it perfectly shows he's just, well, combine that with an awkward teenager. I just think, I don't know, I think Hayden did a perfect job. Nothing's wrong with Hayden's performance. He doesn't deserve any hate he gets. The prequels do not deserve any hate they get. I will say that for the sequels. The sequels do get overhated. I will say they are bad, but sometimes they're definitely not as bad as some people make them out to be, which is a shame. But, you know, some people like the sequels, and I'm okay with that. You know, everyone likes their own thing, but I don't know. But moving on to the second to last one, Solo, I will put in B. I really liked Solo. I mean, I know it's another film where people didn't really like it, but I really enjoyed Solo. It was a fun sort of prequel to the character, and I know he's not played by Harrison, but I think the actor who played him, I'm not sure of his name off the top of my head, but he did a very good job. So yeah, and it was also interesting to hear about the line with Aura Singh, who was a bounty hunter during the prequels. So again, any little prequel tie-ins to future media I love as a big prequel fan. And lastly, Rise of Skywalker. It's in D for me. It was a terrible ending to the Skywalker saga. We should have left it at 6. And if you were going to go to 7, 8, and 9, should have let George Lucas come in, or should have, you know, actually had a plan. The ending was terrible. I didn't like it at all. There was some good points in it, but I don't know. It wasn't very good. So yeah, that's my overall tier list. I don't think I'm going to change much about it. I might, if I was going to move anything, it would be Episode 1, 2, S, but that's my tier list. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Let me know what yours looks like in the comments down below. So that's today's video. It was a bit of a shorter one, but I'm trying to keep these videos a bit short, you know, for my first few videos. My last one was quite long. It took me a while to edit. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. This has been No Topic, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!